What's good, y'all? This is another video. I haven't been on here in, I don't know, 2 months, something like that. But I don't know. I thought it'd become a fun thing, have a little story time. And this one is gonna be drug related, I guess. A lot of my older stories are all drugs. I'm a little was a little crackhead. Not literally a crackhead, but you get what I mean. And I look like a little criminal, But my knuckles literally say King Fapo, which the king was not meant to be like cringy as hell. Like it sounds, King Fapo sounds cringy as hell. I get that. That's not what it meant to be. It meant to be, I don't know how you see this, for my chief. But I was drunk whenever I got my tattoos. So I thought I didn't have enough space on my fingers, put chief. I forgot I had a thumb. So I just put king because, chief, king, same fucking thing, right? Have a little story time about doing drugs, and I'm not condoning them. Don't do drugs. Drugs are bad for you. Fuck your brain up. I'll tell you what. But so I guess the first time I ever did acid was when I was like 16. I was in my buddy's house. We used to go around, smoke, go over there. He's an older guy. I don't know why he was hanging out with a whole bunch of 16-year-olds. I think he was like 23. Now that I think about it, it's kind of fucking creepy. Whatever, though. But we smoked blunt. He's like, hey, I got some new shit if you want to try it. I was like, you know what? I'll try it. I was like 3 blunts in. High as a fucking kite. Might as well. And he pulls out this sheet of paper wrapped in tinfoil. And I was like, what the fuck is that? And he's like, here, try this. And he gave me 1 tab. And I didn't know what it was. He was like, just take it. It's acid. I was like, okay, what is it gonna feel like? He goes, you'll find out. I was like, all right. So I went ahead and popped it. And acid normally is on blotter paper, which is like 100 by 100, or it's 100 square sheets. And each dose is usually about 100 micrograms or so, give or take. I mean, it's kind of not an exact science. People just drop it on there. But yeah, so I was like, oh, fuck it, I'll try it, whatever. So I went ahead and did it. Finished up my blunt. Let it kick in for like, 45 minutes, something like that. 30, 45 minutes. It's when it starts kind of kicking in slightly. And 100 micrograms, you're not going to go see fucking elephants flying and all this other random dragon coming to chase you. That's not a real thing, But I was like, all right, I was feeling good. It was kind of like a intense weed high at first. And then, like, whenever I, at least personally, like, started noticing they started to kick in, it's like the back of your neck got all tingly, like on your spine. Which is, it was weird. It wasn't like scary, but it was weird, something different, right? And so they always, I don't know, at least what I was told, that when you first kind of do acid, you don't necessarily feel it the first time. That's what people told me. And maybe I got some book ass shit from my buddy. He wasn't the most reliable drug dealer, so it's probably just really weak acid, like maybe like 25 micrograms or something. But I was like, yeah, okay. I went ahead and did it. Went home, ate dinner with my family. I was still living at my dad's house and all that. And that's back when my dad caught me. Oh God, he would fucking kill me if he saw me or he knew what I was doing. He used to beat my ass for smoking weed. If he got me doing acid, he would freak the fuck out. Ooh. Anyways, so I did I did 100 micrograms, so I thought it wasn't really anything. Didn't think much of it that night. Ate dinner with my family, went to bed, did my thing, right? I had school the next morning. So on my way to school, I texted him. I was like, hey, I want to get a little bit more. Let me get some stuff. Like, it's a little bit more tabs. He goes, well, I don't have any more blotter paper. I have gel tabs. What's gel tabs is basically like acid in an actual, like, little, I don't know if you can see that, but it's like a little gel, like, capsule, right? And he told me, yeah, I mean, it's gonna be stronger. It's gonna be stronger than what I had before. And I was like, okay, whatever. I'll buy 5. Never do 5 gel tabs. Because he told me, he's like, yeah, it would be 500 micrograms. And I was like, what the? 100 micrograms didn't do anything to me. You know, all it did made me feel like I was just high on weed, just a little bit more extra. So I was like, fuck it. I'm gonna take all 5 of them at once and then go to school. So it was like 7 in the morning. Got some McDonald's fucking breakfast burritos. Walked in there and just went, ate all of it. Put all my burrito and ate all that shit like people do with shrooms on like a hamburger or something. And I was like, well, so whatever. I'm gonna go about my day. So I went into class, didn't really feel nothing. And like the first hour went by, and then, you know, started slowly fucking creeping on. And I was like, okay, I'm pretty high. It was nothing crazy. Just feel like I had smoked a blunt. Like I just faced a blunt by myself. That's what it kind of felt like. And then my neck started just going numb. And I was like, okay, well, what the fuck's going on here? And obviously, you know, I've never done this much acid, especially in a school setting. After the first hour kind of happened, it started really kicking in. And people who don't know, acid is a long fucking trip. It's not like shrooms. Shrooms, you be tripping on shrooms for like, I don't know, 3 or 4 hours, 5 hours max. Acid's like 12 to 15 fucking hours, depending on how much you take, right? And so once that second period kind of kicked in, I was just walking into class like nobody's fucking business. Started walking in, sat down at my desk, kind of started looking around. Like, oh shit, it's getting a little wavy up in here. I was just kind of just having fun, right? I had my earbuds in. Back then, I think it was probably something like fucking Lil Uzi Vert or something. And then I was just talking to somebody. I was just talking to one of my friends. And then it just fucking hit me, bro. It just hit me. And he was like, you good? I was like, what do you mean? He's like, you good? I was like, what do you mean, what am I good? And I'm just kind of vibing. And he goes, your eyes were like black, dude. I was like, what? And that's whenever I noticed, I kind of looked around, it was like, everything just fucking tweaking. It's like the whole, like the walls kind of just breathing. It's like I felt like the whole world was breathing, and I was just in the middle of it. And then that dude, it was an asshole. That dude was an asshole. He kept telling me, he's like, "Are you gonna die? You're gonna die. You're gonna die. You're gonna die." And just fuck with me. And whenever you do drugs, especially that much in the first like actual time tripping, yeah, you have a tendency to freak the fuck out. You don't do normal shit. You gotta freak the fuck out. So I just kind of stood up, got my bag on. I just walked straight out my fucking classroom. And my teacher was like, "Where are you going?" I was like, "I need to go outside." And then they're like, you can't do all that. You have to be excused. And I was like, nope, I need to go outside. And he was like, what's wrong with you? I was walking up to the classroom. That's when everything just really started just hitting me. And I was walking down the hallway, and it seemed like, I mean, it was a pretty big school. It was like a, whatever they call 6A school. It was a big school, right? And the hallways were just going longer and longer and longer. And my school had like resource officers, which are just like cops, but they just stay at the school all the time for, little shitheads like me. And I ran right past the officers like office pretty much. They have their own like office towards the very big like entrance to the school. They have like an entrance to the school, and then you have like the rotunda, like a big little circle area, and then the back doors, and that's where like the parking lots are for like students and everything like that. I had to run. I just started fucking sprinting right through the middle of the rotunda, all the way to my car in the back. And for some reason, my dumb ass was like, I need to smoke a blunt. So I fucking just sparked up a blunt and just left, just cruising. And you know, I live in Oklahoma where truancy is a thing. I don't know, probably everywhere, but Oklahoma is a pretty big thing. I was smoking a blunt my way home in the car, and there's a cop just right there in the red light. I was at the red light about to turn inside towards my neighborhood, and the cop just kind of pulled up right next to me. I'm over here just smoking a fucking blunt. Like, I don't know, I was trying to calm down. I thought that would help. Luckily, I don't know how. The cop definitely fucking saw me smoking. I just think he didn't give a shit. But yeah, he saw me smoking, and he just kept going. He didn't really care. And so I went ahead and just went home, ate lunch. I didn't even, like, I don't know. So second period is probably like 9 o'clock or something. And my dad just left for work, so I just went home. It was like 9 o'clock. And then I waited till lunchtime, and that's when it started like really peaking. And I was like, fuck, I can't miss school. What, they call my dad, and my dad comes home, I'm gonna get my shit up beaten out of me. I can't fucking do this. I gotta go home. No, I gotta go back to school. So I was like, whatever. I waited till lunch, and I showed back up. And at this point, I was starting to like calm down a little bit because I was starting to get used to it a little bit. Like, all right, whatever. So I just went ahead and went back to school. I had some pretty chill classes. You know, I got a history teacher who just didn't really care what I did. He knew I'd come in high as fuck after lunch. You know, he didn't really care about anything at all. It was all just cool vibes. You know, I had my buddies with me. I was making jokes, cracking jokes. Like, hey, what do you want to do after school? You want to go smoke a blunt, do whatever? I was like, yeah, you know, let's go do it. And as I end of school came, and for some reason, I was walking to my car. I was like, my car is dirty as fuck. I need to clean my car. And then, you know, obviously there's like automatic car washes have like those LED lights just fucking all in it and all that stuff. I was like, it'd be really fun to go to. So I went to this car wash, still like peaking on my acid trip at this point. And so whenever you get, like, I pay for my car wash. Whenever you gotta pull in, you're supposed to put it, like, get on the tracks, put it in neutral, and then obviously, like, it pulls your car, you know, like a normal person would think. Well, apparently, me being on fucking acid, I didn't read shit. I put that bitch in drive, and then just let off the brake, and just kind of chilled there. And like, the dude was like, somebody's like banging my window. I didn't know what they were trying to say. I thought they were like, you know, hey, thanks for buying a car wash, all that type of shit. I thought that's what they were trying to do. So I just waved at him. I was like, hey. And they started banging louder and louder. And they started trooping me out. Because at this point, I was in the fucking car wash. Like, the brushes were going. And they were just going, pop, 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 pop. Banging on my fucking window. Almost shut that dude. Banging on my fucking windows. That's whenever I had like my music turned up loud as fuck. And somehow I felt like it was getting louder. And then so they were just banging on my window. I was bump, 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 screaming. I didn't know what the hell was going on. All the brushes were just fucking waving around. Soap was going everywhere. And I had like it was like a Jeep Cherokee, you know. So it had like a rear tire in the back, and like people like shaking my fucking car, trying to get me to put the car in neutral and stop. I almost ran into like 3 other different fucking cars. The car just bang, 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 bang. Stop the fucking car! Stop the fucking car! And I finally got to the end of the car wash, and I think it was a manager or whatever, older guy, but it was a manager, just like an older guy. He just bam, when he goes, what the fuck is wrong with you? What are you doing? And I was like, I'm so goddamn high right now, dude. And he's like, what? And I was like, I'm so fucked up right now. He goes, you want a car wash? And my brain, I just shit even register in my brain for a second. I was like, what? He goes, go back around. I'll give you a free car wash. I was like, fuck no. I'm not doing this shit again. I'm not going through this hellhole. That was like the last time I've ever been to a fucking automatic car wash. Just because that's sole reason right there. And after I went home, everything was kind of normal. I didn't go hang out with my buddies. I just went straight home, pretended like I was going to sleep. It was a weird fucking experience for sure. I was tripping till like 6 a.m. So I feel like it was almost 24 hours or about 24 hours I was tripping for. And I was just tired. I ended up just skipping school and just sleep in the back of my car in the parking lot until I got in trouble for that by a fucking cop. But whatever. But yeah. So anyways, at least if you're gonna do fucking acid, stay home. Yeah, if you're gonna do acid, stay home. Don't go to a fucking car wash. You know, don't go to school either. Even though like I tripped a couple more times after that at school, and it was actually like really fun. It was like one of my favorite times ever tripping. But not that much like, ever again. Oh, I don't do anything now. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed a little story time. You know, just something different that I haven't posted before. So if you're gonna do fucking drugs, especially acid, and you're gonna do it at school, be fucking smart about it. Don't do it at school realistically, and also don't go through a fucking car wash, or it's gonna be like a fucking demon nightmare. And it's gonna be a hell of a fucking story. Like my car at that point, when I had that car, I had like the cover in that back wheel. I had like I said, the Jeep like Cherokee, and that shit was just ripped off. Like it was just hanging right behind me, and then lit, and you know, it was just weird. It was a wild fucking experience. It was something that was like, now I look back at it, it was funny as fuck. It was a good time. It was a good story. I told my friends, but yeah. So if you're gonna do it, you know, be smart about it, and yeah, don't condone it though. Anyways, thanks for y'all for watching. Have a good night.